comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Good morning. Now I know people were waiting on this one because they were liking it. If they're not here by the 3-minute mark, then I will know something was up. Happy Monday. I had really bad nightmares last night, and I just... Something to do. There we go. See if that helps. All right. I bet we're talking about step 6. Yep, there it is. We're going to be on page 76 in the big book. There we are. Okay. So it is working. Hi, Michelle. Glad you are here. I just want to, it doesn't tell me, it tells me nobody's here. So, and I blanked out the last 3 days. So I just want to make sure that I wasn't going crazy. So, I will do the best that I can today, but I don't feel hate, but I feel hate. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't. I'm just so frustrated with life. I just, I'm getting tired of my nightmares. Horrible, horrible. Oh, right now it just feels like I give out all this love, and I'm just receiving, not just receiving, but I'm getting a lot of hate back. And if you have a resentment towards me and you're on my Facebook, just get the fuck off. Quit playing games with me. Okay? Fucking tired of it. I'm tired of all the games. Dion's had enough. I'm not saying I don't receive some love. I do. But today is just one of those days where I've had enough. I've had enough people being around. I think everybody else needs to leave. All right. On a wing and a prayer, we then look at step 6. We have emphasized willing as being indispensable. I did not do welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'll be your host. People around here need to start fucking thinking. Told you I'm in a mood. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I'm sure I'll get out of this mood soon. I woke up shaking and it took me a half hour to stop. I'll put it that way. So, all right. So it says if we can answer to our satisfaction. So let's go back a paragraph because step 6 in here is only 3 paragraphs long. In fact, I think it's 2. Returning home. This is right after we have finished the 5th step. Returning home, we find a place where we can be quiet for an hour. Carefully reviewing what we have done, we thank God from the bottom of our heart that we know Him better. Taking this book down from our shelf, we turn the page which contains the 12 steps. Hey, Tyler, good to see you, brother. Carefully reading the first 5 proposals, we have asked if we have omitted anything, for we are building an ark through which we shall walk a free man at last. Is our work solid so far? Are the stones properly in place? Have we skipped on the cement put in the foundation? Have we tried to make mortar without sand? And we need to ask ourselves these questions. Have we missed anything? Okay. And once we can say yes to that, and if you have done your 4th step and your 5th step thoroughly, then you're ready. Okay. And by thoroughly, you need to understand your side. You need to understand your character defects. You need to know that there are certain things that are going on with you. And that's what it is that we're talking about. Okay. Where was I dishonest? What were my expectations about? Okay. What did I expect from them is probably one of the bigger ones. Those are the demands that we make. You know, that's what I kind of feel like what's going on with me. I feel like people are making demands of me. And when you make a demand of me, what you're going to get is nothing. Yeah. I'm just that way. It's a boundary I have. If you give me an ultimatum, I'm going to pick what hurts you the most. I'm going to pick whatever is most inconvenient for you, for inconveniencing me. It's my thought process. What does that sound like? Sounds like revenge to me, because it is. Looks like I have something to look at there, don't I? If we can answer to our satisfaction, then we look at step 6. We have emphasized willingness as being indispensable. It is. Indispensable means you can't run out of it. You can't have too much willingness. Can you have too much willingness? I don't know. Right now, my brain doesn't give a fuck. So, are we now ready to let God remove from us all things which we have admitted are objectionable? Can He now take them all? Every one. If we still cling to something we will not let go, we ask God to help us be willing. And that's step 6. Yeah. Now, what are we doing? Okay. Let's read the prayer. Okay. When ready, we say something like this: My Creator, I'm now willing that you should have all of me, good and bad. I pray that you now remove from me every single defect of character which stands in my way of my usefulness to you and my fellows. Grant me strength as I go out from here to do your bidding. We have then completed step 7. Step 7 is 1 paragraph. A lot of people have a hard time with this. All right. So let's do a little bit of expanding. We'll go to 12 by 12, dives into it a little bit. What we're dealing with is perfection. I know, weird, but we're dealing with perfection. Okay? We know we're not going to be perfect. Okay. Yeah. The thought that we're going to be perfect, yeah, whatever. Okay. But we're at least going to be willing to move towards that perfection. That's the key. That's step 6. That you are willing to remove all these things that stand in between you and your higher power. There you go. It's simple. It's very straightforward. That's why it's only 2 paragraphs. Okay. Somebody decided to go into it a little bit more. Drop the rock. Okay. I'll give you my thoughts on this in one word: crap. There you go. It's crap. Why somebody wrote that book? All they're saying is let go, drop the rock. There you go. Now you know the book. We don't need 50 ways to describe it. It makes it unsimple. Okay. And it is not a approved literature, and it never will be. I can tell you that. All right. Step 6. This is the step that separates the men from the boys. Step 6 is so short, but it's one of the most important steps. It separates the men from the boys. So declares a well-loved clergyman who happens to be one of AA's greatest friends. He goes on to explain that any person capable of enough willingness and honesty to try repeatedly step 6 on all his faults without any reservation has indeed come a long way spiritually, and therefore is entitled to be called a man who is sincerely trying to grow in the image and likeness of his own creator. What I tell you, perfection. I'm trying to grow in the image and likeness of my own creator. No wonder I get so much hate. That matches. A lot of people hate God. Yeah. Hate's a strong word. They dislike God, or they don't understand. And there's a lot of stuff in here. He goes, any person capable of enough willing to honestly try repeatedly. What does that mean? It means that they're going to crop up again. You think your anger is gone? You think your defects are actually removed? No. If my defects were removed when I got up this morning, my dreams would not have had any effect on me. No, would they? No. I need my emotions, man. They guide me. They give me something. They give me usefulness in this fucking life. Okay? I like to know that I'm doing good. Not myself, but I'm doing good out there. Okay? Of course, the often disputed question of whether God can and will, under certain circumstances, remove defects of character will be answered with a prompt affirmative by almost any member. To him, this proposition will be no theory at all. It will just be about the large factors of life. He will usually offer proof in a statement like this: I'm sorry, but the answer, I don't agree. I don't. My fears are not gone. My fears aren't gone. My anger's not gone. My depression's not gone. My anxiety, my PTSD, my nightmares, they're not gone. Okay? Maybe for most other people, but for me, no. Now, so there were some other things that were removed, like the obsession to drink. I was given a perfect release on that. Okay? I do not have an obsession to drink. Is this place to work through my Discord drama no, I'm sorry. I wish I could. And great question. But I don't even know what Discord drama is. What I do here is I utilize the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, because I know them well, to try and help other people out. And that's all I do here. So this is just a daily reflection for people in recovery. But thank you for being here, and thank you for asking that question. Let's find out what Discord drama is, because I might be able to help.
What is the difference between a vitamin and
Because I'm probably going through it right now. Discord drama. Oh, this is a starter pack. Oh, drama on Discord. Okay, now I don't know what Discorder is. Sorry. All right. Sure, I was beaten, absolutely licked. My own willpower just wouldn't work on alcohol. Change of scene, the best efforts of family, friends, doctors, and clergymen got no place with my alcoholism. I simply couldn't stop drinking. No human being seemed to do the job for me. But when I became willing to clean house and then asked the higher power, God, as I understood him, to release my obsession to drink, give me release, my obsession to drink vanished. It was lifted right out of me. Okay. In AA meetings all over the world, statements just like this are heard daily. It is plain for everybody to see that each sober AA member has been granted a release from this very obstinate, potentially fatal obsession. So, very incomplete, literal way, all AAs have become entirely ready. Okay. So, when they were talking about that earlier on whether they were going to be released, the affirmative was yes, but it was on the obsession. Okay. Having been granted a perfect release from alcoholism, why shouldn't we then be able to achieve the same means of perfect release from every other difficulty or defect? This is a riddle of our existence, the full answer to which may be only in the mind of God. Nevertheless, at least a part of the answer to it is apparent to us. Now, here's the thing: is I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. I was created to make mistakes and to learn from them. Right? Okay. So I go in this way, I walk, and I put one foot in front of the other. Oh, I don't walk that way. Learn from that, right? Right. When we were growing up, you figured out a lot of things, like not where to poke your finger, right? Don't poke your finger in there. I know it fits, but don't put it in there, okay? Oh, we have a reading. Steps 4 and 5 were difficult, but worthwhile. Yeah. They're as difficult as you make them. They're hard enough as it is, but you can make it more difficult just by, all right. Now I was stuck on step 6 and in despair. I picked up the big book and read the passage. I was outside praying for willingness when I raised my eyes and saw a huge bird rising in the sky. I watched it suddenly give itself to the powerful air currents of the mountains. Swept along, swooping and soaring, the bird did seemingly impossible for mortal birds to do. It was an inspiring example of a fellow creature letting go to a power greater than itself. I realized that if the bird took back his will and tried to fly with less trust on its power alone, it would spoil its apparent free flight. That insight granted me the willingness to pray for the 7-step prayer. It is not easy to know God's will in each circumstance. I must search out and be ready for currents. And that's where prayer and meditation help. Because I am of myself nothing, I ask God to grant me the knowledge of his will and the courage to carry it out today. ABC's Mimi Corner, which I don't believe, by the way. That's a made-up name, just so you know. So yeah, I guess that's where on a wing and a prayer comes from, is from that person seeing a bird go into flight. The key here is in this step is willingness. So I'm sorry, I'm having a very large anxiety attack right now. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm sweating and starting to shake a little bit. So I'm going to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out. And have a day.